back to our channel Edunation 365. Today we will try and understand 2020 Bihar Assembly elections. What matters to the voters? What does 15 years of Nitish Sarkar mean to Bihar? And much more. Bihar is the first state to go to polls in the midst of COVID-19 pandemic, and that makes it a test case both for the parties and voters. Before we get into the details of it, Bihar is one of the most overlooked states in India, even with the fact that Bihar is one of the biggest contributors of MPs to the Lok Sabha with 40 MP seats. With this number of MPs, Lok Sabha can make or break a law. So this very fact makes the Bihar Assembly elections even more special. Before we discuss 2020 elections, let's see what the Bihar's mandate was in 2015. In 2015, Mahagathbandhan with RJD, JDU and Congress party with Nitish Kumar as the CM candidate fought elections against BJP and LJP. RJD emerged as the single largest party with 81 seats, followed by JDU with 70 seats, BJP with 53 and Congress with 27. With a thumping majority, Mahagathbandhan won the election, and for its promise, all the party heads of Mahagathbandhan agreed to Nitish Kumar's chief ministerial and Tejasvi Yadav's deputy chief ministerial position. It is important to remember the timing of these elections. This happened just a year after the Narendra Modi sworn in as the PM for the first time in 2014, and yet Bihar people voted against BJP. Things went well for 2 years for Mahagathbandhan. In 2017, JDU left Mahagathbandhan and joined NDA. It is again important to remember the timing here. Around the same period in 2017, RJD's leader Lalu Prasad Yadav has been sentenced for the fodder scam case. I am not trying to politicize any of this act or take a stand on any party's behalf, but I am presenting you the fact. In case if I forgot to say, Nitish Kumar is serving as Bihar's CM from past 15 years. Given the past, let's fast forward to present. In 2020, JDU alongside with its partner BJP fought the elections against Mahagathbandhan of RJD, Congress and Communist Party. Issues likely to impact the election outcome in favor of NDA are BJP being in power at center and Lalu Prasad Yadav being in jail, and a weak opposition. Issues likely to impact the election outcome in favor of Mahagathbandhan are lack of employment, COVID mismanagement, 2019 Bihar flood relief funds misuse, anti-incumbency, hue and cry over farm bill, law and order misuse, policy paralysis, bureaucratic apathy, Mahagathbandhan 10 lakh job promise in its manifesto. The voting share also impacts the election outcome because 30 lakh labor returned back from their work states due to corona and festive season. But who won? Who lost in this election? Well, JDU lost and BJP won. What does this mean? This means that Bihar will be served yesterday's food but in a different plate. Opposition has no relevance here. The power has shifted but didn't leave NDA. Now they will come at opposition with wider teeth. With BJP emerging as the single largest party, opposition has one more problem to worry about. Now if they want to get to the power, they have to fight two enemies, JDU and BJP. How did BJP emerge as the single largest party? Even a hardcore BJP supporter didn't see this coming. All they expected is to fill the gap in reaching the magic figure and be a player in Nitish Kumar's win. But win of this sort opens new avenues for BJP in Bihar. BJP and Congress, being national parties, have been waiting so long to have their share. But what does Bihar win mean to BJP? It is colossal, as usually things happen otherwise. Regional parties try to replace national parties, but people showing faith on national parties over regional parties, that too in a state like Bihar, is colossal. Regional parties are meant to play with the emotions, meant to bring in local issues, but nothing played well. Bihar people hardly dance to their tunes. They reposed faith on BJP. This is a welcome sign for BJP for times and elections to come. How did NDA manage to pull it off? No matter which side Nitish Kumar aligns to, it is either UPA or NDA. He always finds a way to make things happen for him. Anti-incumbency, unemployment and many other issues don't matter to people unless they have a strong opposition who can lean their shoulder on. This is exactly what happened in Bihar. Although opposition gave a tight fight, Nitish Kumar and his allies won the election not because they fulfilled all the 2015 election promises, but they won at the mercy of the opposition. Opposition failed to look the JDU and BJP in the eye. They failed to bring the aspirations of the unemployed youth into the mainstream discussion. They let the migrant workers down. They failed to echo the voice of farmers and flood victims. In a state like Bihar, with issues that no other state can have, and with the incumbency, it should be a cakewalk for the opposition. But that didn't happen. This shows not the character of the dispensing government, but the helplessness of the opposition. Bihar cannot afford this mistake. Bihar failed to find an alternative. They have been served the yesterday's food, but in a different plate. Make no mistake here, even a party with lowest number of seats can cut the votes horizontally that will make opposition pay for it. This is what LJP has done in Bihar. They made sure the anti-incumbency vote is split and thus favored the ruling dispensation. Let's hope that Bihar, once a center of power, learning and culture, will restore the past glory. This is it for today, folks. In case if you like the video, please like, subscribe to our channel. In case you didn't, please let us know. We will try to get better. Till next time, goodbye.